Okay, now let's say we are trying to go for a particular port. Now again, we can define here what kind of transport layer protocol it is using, whether it is TCP or UDP, and what is the port that we need to take an action. Whether all the remote ports that belongs to this particular transport layer or only a specific protocol. Now let's say port 80, or we'll define 443. Now, whether what we want to do, whether we want to allow the connection or whether we want to block the connection. Okay. So click on next, and what kind of domain, whether this particular rule has to be applied. And here we can observe in the advanced settings, this also giving in one more option as domain. So if the organization contains the Active Directory environment or the kind of AD environment, so on this particular domain environment also we can define whether what kind of rule has to be there, because mostly what happens is in terms of Active Directory environment, a specific group policy can be issued to all the system part issued to all this particular domain. In that cases, from centralized think the say applicable to all write a rule in an individual system also, whether that can be we can write a rules. So we have this private section, this section is the call is private, and we need to give optional name of this particular thing. Block web, lock web.
Hello, Nandish sir, there? Hello.
Block that entire connection, right? So this is what the rule we have written to block that 443. So that is where actually whenever I applied that rule, actually that internet connection has been blocked, because most of the application and internet is actually working on that 443. So this is what we are trying to say, that this kind of rules we need to check what kind of, because this is the first rule that I have written. So because as this is the first rule in the firewall, you try to check the rule in that preference manner. Now it is the first rule to block that entire web, so it has blocked. So even though there are certain rules which are there after that, but still it is not allowed, because the first rule itself is blocking the net. So this is where we also need to keep the preference or the kind of preference where that rule will fit into what kind of access we are actually providing to that. So this is how with respect to the firewalls that is there. And there are a lot of sections again in terms of this, and the main important part is the monitoring. So where we also have monitoring with respect to that, we can see what kind of programs or what kind of ports that are allowed, whether it is an inbound port or whether it is an outbound port. So this is the kind of rule that will actually check from local network to any kind of local subnet, what is the direction, whether it is inbound that is coming in or going out. So this is the port or kind of ports that are allowed. So this is how the rule will be look like. Okay. So this is an advanced kind of mode with respect to that. And if you want to see the logs with respect to this, again, we need to move on to that event monitor. Let's say on my computer, just right click, go to manage. Where we have a section called event monitor. Okay, where all the kind of logs will be available with respect to that. Okay, even there is a kind of network related issues or system related issues, all the logs will be displayed here with respect to that. Okay, so even the kind of blockings which are happening with respect to the kind of firewalls or whatever the kind of logs we need to check. So this is the place where we can check the logs in terms of the operating system or the Windows operating system. So again, we have a customized kind of thing where we have Windows logs as well as application and security logs. And we can also save this particular kind of logs to a particular location for the future purpose. And we can also check for the performance kind of things with respect to the system. So there are a lot of sections again in this event monitor or the computer management. So where we can also check for the disk management and the kind of service applications. And the device manager will actually give all the kind of drivers that are located on our system. So whether with respect to the input devices or with respect to the network adapters or any kind of other devices like USB, new devices which are part of that, even for processors, security devices. So all the driver related information will be located on under the device manager. So to access this computer management, we need to right click on my computer. There is an option called manage, where we'll get all the kind of information here. For a log specifically, we can check for the event triggers, where every log in as part of operating system will be stored here. Okay, whether even again in Windows we have with respect to application logs, we have security logs, right? We can see what kind of information that is there here with respect to that. And with respect to system, we have logs. So there may be kind of some warnings here we can observe. Okay, so name resolution of so and so is timed out after, because none of the DNS servers have been configured. So if we want to kind of troubleshoot any kind of issue also, we can check the logs with respect to this event viewer, and we can have more detailed information where exactly the problem is. Okay, so that kind of information we can get. Now we can see there is okay, this is one of the example of kind of issue with respect to the name issue, because it is saying another computer on the network as also have the same name. Okay, so this is what it cannot bind that particular name to this particular system. So this is how some of the troubleshooting can be done with respect to the logs on the particular system. And also we can observe the source from which we are getting the information. So this is generally with respect to the network BIOS or the protocol, that is NetBIOS protocol. So from this we are getting these kind of information. So this is how we can actually check the kind of logs with respect to the operating system. And also we can define the rules in the desktop firewall as we have seen. So go to control panel, there we have a section called system and security, and we can go for the firewall. Along with this, nowadays most of the antivirus softwares are also coming with an option for this firewall behavior. So this firewall, when we install any kind of antivirus, that will come as part of this particular antivirus. So this firewall feature will also be taken over by the antivirus, so that it is an integrated kind of thing as a feature in the antivirus software. So this is how the firewall section is there. Now we'll quickly move on to the organizational level firewall or the hardware appliance, how it look like. We have one UTM box where I am presenting the control to my colleague. Akash, I think you can present your screen now.